Welcome to Overly Opinionated. Rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free the guys.
And free the guys for sure. Let's talk nostalgia.
Yeah.
This is my most abused vice.
Really?
My two vices are food and nostalgia. And this is the one that I have no control over. Every time I go down, take a trip down memory lane, I'm on that bitch. Life in the past was so great.
Yeah. You just don't realize that shit either.
Yeah.
What got us on here was you got to know top 5 cartoons. Now, I'm curious if we share the same ones.
Do you have a list? You automatically have a list in your head?
Kinda. I know I have 3, and they have to be in this top 5.
Talk to me.
SpongeBob.
Okay.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay.
Now, I will understand this next one is not in other people's, but
Yeah.
for me, it has to be Danny Phantom.
Got you.
Those 3 for sure.
Okay.
Has to be in.
No, we different. I don't have any of those in my top 3.
What?
Or in my top 3.
Top 5. Do top 5.
I don't have any of those in my top 5.
What?
Unless we're talking like statistics. Like SpongeBob is the best cartoon
Because they've been around so long.
Just the reach that it has.
Yeah.
My mom hated SpongeBob. Everybody knows SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 1, no question, not even close. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's the best cartoon I've ever seen, and it's not even close.
I can respect that.
That's anime, so
But
I understand you.
No. I fucked with it. Now that makes sense that is in people's top 5 for me. But when you said off stats, SpongeBob, like was SpongeBob not good to you?
No, it was good. It
Great.
wasn't a top 5er for me.
Now, what took it out the top 5? I'm curious. Like, how can have SpongeBob been better?
It being different.
I thought it was perfect.
I understand that. It's perfect for what SpongeBob is. And that just doesn't have the same effect on me. There's not like character arc. It's not telling a story. It's literally just watch some goofy shit. Which I fucks with. Don't get me wrong. I fucks with it. It cannot be the best ever if it's just some goofy shit.
You seen his Super Bowl performance, right?
Yeah, incredible.
What do you mean?
Don't
Like,
get me
it
wrong.
was just
It's in the
goofy
top
testing.
10. It's in the top 10.
Wow.
It's not in the top. Not top.
I don't even want to record this. It has to be in top 5, but
I understand you feeling that way.
Okay.
And Courage the Cowardly Dog, I hated that show.
you scared.
Oh, no question.
That's why.
Oh, no question. That shit fucked me up a couple times.
So you have how many in your top 5 that you know? Like you can say Avatar is for sure number 1.
Avatar is for sure number 1. Damn.
If you need me to throw some out, I can.
Yeah, throw some out.
Codename Kids Next Door. Jimmy
Oh,
Neutron.
you was a Cartoon Network kid?
Yes, I was both
Okay.
though.
Yeah. I ain't fuck with Cartoon Network. I like that.
Jimmy Neutron,
Jimmy Neutron was good.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents deserves a spot in the top 5. But I have been watching Fairly Odd Parents for the last, like, when Paramount Plus came out.
Yeah.
I started watching Fairly Odd Parents again, and it almost ruined it for me because it was just so corny,
Yeah.
bro.
Kim Possible.
Kim Possible was incredible. I don't know that I would call it a top 5er.
Ed.
That was a good one. You was really a Cartoon Network kid.
Bro, I fucked with cartoons. You can't do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You can do the Batman, whatever.
We got to get a list.
Yeah, because it's some heat out there. But again, SpongeBob, Courage, and Danny Phantom had to be in it for me. Rocket Power.
My wife loves Rocket Power. That's number 1 for her, probably.
You got Arthur. You got
Recess. That's crazy.
Yep. Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold is top 5.
Top 5.
Hey Arnold is definitely top 5.
Respectable.
That really taught you shit about life, bro.
Yeah.
Like people was really struggling in that movie.
It was ahead
in
of
that
its
show.
time though.
Ahead of his time, no
Yeah.
question.
Like it wasn't for the age group that was watching it.
Dexter's Lab was good.
Dex Lab. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it top 5 for me.
What was the
personally.
robot one? My life
My
as
Life
a
as a
Teenager.
Teen. Yeah. That was nah.
It was hit or miss for me.
It was hit or miss.
It's not no top 5 for me.
XJ Noyan.
But
Doug was great.
Not top
Doug
5
was
for me.
great.
Not top 5 for me. Now this is a little newer one, but Adventure Time.
Adventure Time wasn't my swag, but Regular Show was top tier.
Yeah.
Okay. Regular Show is in the top 5.
Now,
yeah.
I can respect that because it was like one of the last cartoons that was like, okay, yeah, this is the end of an era right here.
That was the end of an era. Yeah.
I fucked
for
with that.
sure. That was the end of an era.
You like the Amazing World of Gumball?
That's another top 5er. Damn, you got them all. You got them all. So my top 5. My top 5 definitely. No, I'm not saying that you've covered them all. I'm saying you know them all. So top 5 definitely. Avatar: The Last Airbender, number 1 is not close.
I'm not ranking mine.
And then Hey Arnold is in there. Regular Show is in there. Amazing World of Gumball, high level. You might not fuck with this, but Fanboy and Chum Chum was my shit.
Nah.
Fanboy Chum Chum was my shit. They was funny as hell.
It was too annoying.
They was funny as hell.
I don't want you to end your top 5 like that because
that's not top 5.
Okay, you got another one that has to be in there. Family Guy. It is a cartoon. It's a cartoon. It's animated.
Look, it's the first one on here.
Family Guy has to be in there. And if it's not,
if Family Guy has to be in there in South Park.
I can't watch South Park. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. If that's I thought you would say The Simpsons or something.
No.
But Simpsons, for me, the movie. It's just been around a long time. But Family Guy would be in there for me. And I like American Dad, but it's just, if you see one, you really see them all. When it comes to like Family Guy, Cleveland Show, etc.
Yeah, I understand, man. I understand where you at with it.
But do you have like a set in stone top 5?
No, definitely not. The only one that was set in stone. So to me, after we talked about it, Amazing World of Gumball is still to this day a top tier show. Like I will watch that and get pure enjoyment out of it. Still to this day. Avatar: The Last Airbender, we don't even have to say anything. If you know, you know. I'm like, no, the others seem a little bit more interchangeable as you figure them out, or as we talk about them. But I'm curious though. So you don't put Rugrats in there? I know a lot of people would. I know a lot of people would.
I'm
put
sorry,
Rugrats
I forgot. Wow. Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you why. If you can have a great show and a great movie, that says something. For me. And they had both. So
they had multiple great movies, by the way.
The Wild Thornberrys too.
Oh, of course. The Wild Thornberrys.
There's really been some heat.
Kim Possible was a good call. That was a top tier show.
But I used to watch Danny Phantom every morning.
Yeah, Danny Phantom was a good one. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
I don't remember that one.
You never seen that one?
Yeah, I don't remember that one. But like the three, I don't want to say 3, but like the main ones that I used to like glued to his TV was the Fairly Odd Parents, definitely SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, look, bro.
What?
We done fucked up heavy.
Give me first letter.
P.
P. 2 words, 1?
3.
What?
Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, yes. Wow.
No, Phineas and Ferb is a top 5, no question.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep. Yeah.
The intro song, the everything about that show was so good.
No, that shit was fire. That shit was perfect. Perfect show. Yep.
Perfect show.
Perfect show. No such thing as a bad episode.
So do you, and that is so rare.
Yeah.
No bad episodes.
No bad episodes. Like, I'm good. No, it's just no bad episodes. And honestly, from where it came from, as in, that was Disney Channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney Channel, for me, don't have a lot of good shows.
Not like that.
Yeah. cartoon.
Not no
Sweet
misses.
Life of Zack and Cody was my shit too.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was crazy.
Not Sweet Life on Deck. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Facts.
That was my shit.
So now, just to be clear though, that means that you don't put Looney Tunes in your top 5.
Damn, this is hard.
I know. And I understand. So for me, I understand. Like I know we talking about nostalgia, and I understand the nostalgia of Looney Tunes, but in quality, I gotta say that these other ones hit me like they were my generation more so.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I wanted to be in Phineas and Ferb
for sure.
I felt like I was in regular show.
Yeah, I can't put Looney Tunes in there, but I will understand if you're older.
DuckTales.
DuckTales. What is that?
Oh, you don't remember DuckTales? DuckTales. Woo! You never heard that?
Oh, Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
That was a fire.
Now, it was okay, but because my mom hated it so much, I never got to see it. I only watched it so many times. Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain.
I know Pinky and the Brain.
Those are good shows, but they're not like top tier to me.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. You wasn't a Dragon Ball Z kid?
Not at all.
You not black.
Like, no, I'm not.
Doug, Sid the Science Kid. That was a little after my childhood. Schoolhouse Rock. That's not even fair to have in here.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, Schoolhouse Rock is legendary.
That just makes me think of Recess. What's Schoolhouse Rock?
Oh, if you don't know Schoolhouse Rock, then you just don't know Schoolhouse Rock. But you should definitely get some Schoolhouse Rock in your life.
Not your top 5 though?
No, but when it comes to nostalgia, that shit hits deep.
Wow.
Schoolhouse Rock hits deep because I was. It's how I learned some school type shit.
That's right.
My stepmom introduced me to Schoolhouse Rock. That was top tier. You think so? Those older like Boomerang shows.
Yeah.
You fuck with those ones, like the Flintstones.
Yes, Flintstones. Yes, but not all of them.
The Jetsons.
Didn't care.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Definitely.
Oh, you fuck with them?
Oh hell yeah! Even till this day.
Yeah, I feel like you were way more of a Cartoon Network kid than I was. Cartoon Network had some hits, but Cartoon Network was not where I was going. I was going to Nickelodeon first. Nickelodeon was number 1 for me.
I was both. I definitely was both.
Now, do you add in... You said Disney Channel didn't really have what you was looking for most of the time. But that can't be the case. Phineas and Ferb, right. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Didn't care about
Kim Possible.
That's So Raven, but that's not a cartoon though. But I fuck with Ned's the Classified.
Ned's the Classified
was fire.
Yeah, that's Nickelodeon though.
Okay.
Danny Phantom is on here.
That was really my shit.
The Magic School Bus. Shout out Miss Frizz.
Fire. Shout
out Miss Frizz for sure. Dragon Tales. Now that I think about it, Dragon Tales was heat.
Yeah.
Dragon Tales was some heat.
Teletubbies was on Nickelodeon.
What'd you just say?
Teletubbies.
So yeah, Powerpuff Girls was on.
Whoa! You didn't watch that?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with it?
No.
Wow. It's weird now, but
yeah.
Barney is too. Agree?
No, Barney was fire.
No.
Barney was just fire.
No.
I'm not gonna lie though, the Teletubbies thing, we used to have bowls like that for our cereal. Like it had a straw on it, so you ain't have to waste your cereal
Connected,
milk.
right? Yeah.
Ben 10. My sister was big in the Big 10.
Didn't care. Oh, I'm not into that Battlestar Galactica shit.
Bro, we are literally talking. We're talking about.
Yeah, but fuck
we're,
Ben 10,
we're talking about cartoons right now.
Like grown ass men be wearing them watches and thinking they can transform. I'm good.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Didn't care.
Me neither.
Curious George.
I don't even remember really watching Curious George.
Wow.
Like I know that I watched Curious George, but I don't remember like watching it. I remember like eating breakfast and watching Curious George. Oh, the Woody Woodpecker Show?
Don't know what that is.
That used to hit. Arthur.
Classic.
That's definitely a classic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a favorite, but it was a classic. A pup named Scooby Doo.
Oh, we forgot Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo's up there.
You think so? Up there where?
It may sit outside the top 5.
Yeah.
Scooby is like the open my eyes to horror, and I like that. I love Scooby Doo. Though. Great movie too.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Fuck with it.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna be your swag.
Yeah.
It's something about y'all kids who was it's something about y'all channel 29 kids. No, for real. It's a certain thing about y'all.
Wait,
I know a few of y'all.
Talk about though. You know some people's channel wasn't 29.
Your channel was 29.
Yep. Nickelodeon was 28. Disney Channel was 64.
64.
BET 35.
35, no question.
ESPN was 33, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, damn. Like, you'll get other people who will say some different numbers like, nah, you didn't really have cable, bro. Your shit was free. You cheating. But yeah. No, what do you mean about the 29 kids, though?
No, it's something about y'all channel 29.
What do you mean?
Y'all got a little edge to y'all. Like y'all a little bit. Y'all are more.
You think
Wait,
you
hold
missing
on.
chromosomes?
In the what do they call them in the school
The behavioral?
no what's them things called, bro? Oh man,
It's an inside, don't say it.
no the what they call like most likely to succeed.
The accolades? Award?
That's what I almost said, but that's not the word.
It's not award?
No.
Attribute? The word for most likely to what? Accomplish? Academic?
You just gonna keep shooting words out.
Is it? What did it start with?
I'm not sure. I think it's an A, but I'm not sure.
Alpha. Antidote.
That's really crazy, bro. Like it's not the first thing that comes up. Oh, that's big. Oh, superlatives.
You think I know that word?
So in the superlatives, y'all are most likely to commit
Bitch,
crimes.
I would have never guessed that word.
You hear me?
No, we're not skipping over that. Like, bitch, why do you think that's in my vocabulary? You dead ass right now?
Yeah.
No, you weird. Then right before the show, this one to play word games with you.
Right.
That is a perfect example because there's no way you thought I was going to say that.
Got you. Now I know.
I still don't even know what you spaghetti. What did you say?
So in the school superlatives, y'all are most likely to commit crimes. Y'all 29 kids, y'all are absolutely most likely to commit crimes. Y'all watch Courage the Cowardly Dog just to scare yourselves for no reason.
Okay.
And then you watched literally the Grim Reaper living his daily life.
That shit was fired up. But this will put this to rest. You can edit this out. What did your sister watch? 29 or 28? Ah, fuck.
Exactly.
Guilty.
29.
That's us.
Most likely to murder somebody.
Back of the bus. That's us.
29. Y'all definitely most likely
wow.
to be committing crimes.
Damn.
That's really crazy too.
So
I know at least 4 people that are Channel 29 kids more than anything else. And yeah, they definitely they them ones.
Nah, that's fucked up. So we got our cartoons. You got any like nostalgia movies for you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
One has to be Baby Boy, right?
No.
Why not? It's
I didn't
always
watch it that much.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went to BET for the BET Awards and for 106 in Park.
Yeah.
I wasn't there too long, bro. I didn't hang around.
Right after 106 in Park.
Once the movie came on, it's time to watch something else. Commercials in movies drive me insane. That shit drives me crazy. I would rather watch the same 4 movies over and over again than to watch new movies with commercials in between.
So,
come down to Mr. Allen, 29, 250. Get that shit out of my movie, bro. Get that shit out of my movie, bro. 29, 250. You remember them?
No, bro.
Get you a pair of lugs. Get you a pair of lugs.
Like
29, 250.
So what is your movies?
Oh, I don't know if I have. Oh, so
Any genre.
Blade is definitely one of them. That was like my first favorite movie.
Wow.
You seen that, right?
Yeah. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. That was one of my first. That was my first favorite movie.
No, not to get off track. Is Wesley Snipes a porn star?
What?
Wesley Snipes. Is there a porn star named him?
I have no idea. What are you talking about?
Because I associate that name with porn sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. I swear I don't know. But he might be a porn star.
It sounds reasonable. I don't know why you're doing this to me.
No, I'm sorry.
Wesley Pipes could be a porn star.
Hold on. I gotta check that.
Wesley Pipes might be a porn star.
Fire.
And if Wesley Pipes ain't a porn star, he should be.
No. I will let you know right now. All right, no. We good. We good. He's not. But you got Blade.
Yeah, and then Bruce Almighty. That shit was just, as a kid, it was one of the first ones that... Y'all had cable? Like the cable box?
Yeah.
Y'all had the cable box?
Uh-huh.
So y'all
you had to put your hand in front of it, you can't change the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the reason that I ask is because we had HBO and Showtime for like the first year or so that we had it. Bruce Almighty was on HBO, and I watched that shit literally hundreds of times.
My equivalent would be The Mask. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I think we gotta add. So you had HBO too?
Yeah.
All right. So you know about the
porn at
Happily
the
Ever.
Oh, fire!
Yeah.
Shout out to the black community in that one. That shit
Yeah.
was fucking fire.
Happily Ever After.
That
I still to this day watch that shit.
Was incredible. And Crashbox. It has to, bruh.
Yo, you might be the real bro.
That was the shit, bro. I can't believe that wasn't on regular TV. That has 100% should have been on regular TV. For sure. That shit is incredible. It couldn't have been better. It should have never got taken off air. That shit was perfect. But if that was someone's number one, I fully understand. Fully understand.
I loved them games.
Yeah.
I loved them games.
Fire.
I still love them games.
Fire. The Jamaican and the fish tank. Yep, that shit was fire. The revolving slob.
Revolting slob.
Revolting, yeah. Shit incredible. I love that shit, bro.
Radio KBOX.
Yeah, wow, that shit was incredible. Wow. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, Crashbox and the Happily Ever After series. Yeah, that was deep in my childhood too. Yeah. I'm talking about like that was early on in my childhood where we were watching like the Happily Ever After shows. That's a deep cut.
Yeah,
that's a deep cut.
Then so you have Bruce Almighty,
Blade as nostalgia movies, and Johnson Family Vacation. You seen that movie before?
Yeah,
with Bow Wow.
And was it Cedric in it?
Oh yeah, Cedric. Yeah, that was another movie that it's not, and I feel the same way about Bruce Almighty. They're not necessarily good movies, but 8-year-old me didn't know that. And I'm going to watch them over and over and over again.
Now, do you have movies that was just always playing in your childhood?
No.
It's a movie I cannot watch anymore. Little Man with the Wayne brothers.
Really?
The movie was played so many times, bro. And you know, DVD players back in the day, you put it in, it just keeps playing.
I didn't know that.
Bro, yes. You don't ever have to play it again. It just, if you leave it on, it'll always play.
Oh, you talking about the bootleg daddies?
No.
No, bro, because it used to take you to the menu.
That you got, some of them, yes. But some of them was just, and Little Man was one of them, bro. I swear. That shit used to play all the time. You got that shit
at the sicko.
Like, that shit is horrible. Baby Boy just always was in my childhood. The Mask. What other movies? What's the one with the twins? It was like maybe a Disney movie. It was with the twin, the girl. Parent Trap.
Mm-hmm.
That was always played in my childhood. But favorite movies would be like Rugrats.
Not favorite,
but
not
my
favorite.
childhood?
Just the most nostalgic ones. Like the ones that when you hear about them, you think, man, like it takes you, or watching them takes you back to that moment.
Yeah, so definitely, Baby Boy. It's like I always remember where I was at when I see this movie coming on.
Definitely. I was grown the first time I watched the full Baby Boy.
Wow, really?
I was grown. The first time I watched it from beginning to end, I was grown.
Little Man takes me back to like what I was doing, where I was at. Those are the only two I can think of. But those two for sure is like just tattooed on my brain. Like for the intro, the him in the womb, like I just know that like the back of my hand. But I don't think I have any more.
It's funny that you say like it takes you back to the moment because not remembering the Happily Ever After. So I would watch it. My granny would just put something on.
Oh.
Like, because it was early in the morning. If we got up at like 6,
yeah,
she was just going to put on HBO Family. HBO Family.
Okay.
Like, she would just put on HBO Family and go back to sleep. Let us eat Peanut Butter Crunch. And this is why I said, like, Happily Ever After, literally, I can think of a moment where I'm at my granny's house sitting on newspaper watching the Happily Ever After.
That's my Danny Phantom.
Pied Pipers.
My Danny Phantom was my morning TV show I had to watch every morning. And I watch
like getting ready for school?
Yep. And I watched it so much, I can tell you what comes on right after it every morning. Because it was Fairly Odd Parents next. And I used to want to stay and watch that.
Fairly Odd Parents was after everything, though.
So,
like,
yeah,
they played Fairly Odd Parents.
School is coming up.
Yeah, they played Fairly Odd Parents crazy.
But yeah, so, and then when you Crashbox, because that was my after school TV.
Me too.
So since it was on demand, we used to come home, watch episode after episode.
There was a specific time. Again, we were watching it when it was coming out. It came out like right after my mom got home from work.
Wow.
So we have been home from school, let's say, 2 hours or something. On HBO Family, that was coming on at like 5.
So do you remember your TV routine from when you were a child?
There wasn't much of a routine.
So
I was never in control of the TV. Like
first come first serve.
I had control. First come first serve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was the least tough in the household. So
wow.
Everybody else was just gonna thug on me. What was I gonna do? Stop my sister from putting on what she wanted?
After school was always cartoons. Cartoons stopped when 106 and Park came on. When that came on, we had to sit down and watch it because the older siblings are into music. So after that,
wait, you didn't like watching it?
I'd rather watch cartoons.
I couldn't wait for 106 and Park.
But then, as I got older, of course, it changed. But my music I was listening to was not on there though. Like my brother 10 years older than me, so it was Goo-Wop, Plies.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Plies was on there. Kind of.
Yeah.
Some of Plies was on there.
Right. So you're not getting Webby. You're not getting the full. Webby got kicked off that bitch. Like. Boosie, you wasn't getting Jeezy. That
Boosie was definitely on there. Jeezy was definitely on there.
No, but you're not Snowman Jeezy though. Like, let's be honest here. It's not.
Soul Survivor was on there.
Come on, that's a radio song for him.
You didn't fuck with that?
No, I did, but that's not the best of Jeezy. You ain't. They kicked Webby off for trying to talk to somebody. Like they was corny. They knew they was cornballs. But my type of music I was listening to wasn't. I wasn't really amused. And then the R&B. Like, I was just sitting there watching for the Carrie Hilson, what was her song? Pretty Girl Rock. That shit was fire. The Sierra ride on top of the car. Like, that shit was, that's what I was watching. I didn't give a fuck. And I just wanted to guess the same number one they always had was always Chris Brown. Like, it never failed. But other than that, I didn't really give a fuck. After my cartoons, I was waiting for Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, shit like that. Like, and that was around my bedtime. But that was like the routine daily.
You was watching wrestling when it was on Thursday? Or you was born on a Friday?
It's on Tuesday right now, right?
I have no idea.
I think SmackDown is live recorded. It was always recorded on Tuesday and they released it on a Thursday?
No.
Oh no,
No,
then,
that shit was live.
Are you
Thursday.
talking? You're not talking about
SmackDown?
Oh, then no.
SmackDown was on
They
Thursday.
had
Monday Night
ECW
Raw was all.
always
It has
Monday.
always been Monday
Yeah.
since I've been alive.
ECW was what?
I never watched that.
Oh yeah, that was another. That was either Tuesday or Thursday.
Never watched it.
Yeah, that shit was fire too.
TNT was on Saturday or something like that.
Never watched that at all.
But no, that was definitely a staple in my childhood. That's okay. So that's definitely nostalgic. That one makes me feel like a little kid again. Because we fucked with that heavy.
I remember sitting in front of the TV watching the Cavs game too. Wasn't so much the Browns game, but the Cavs game.
No, baseball was the sport in my house.
Oh wow, no, I can't. Yeah, and it's weird because I get the visuals of how old it looked. Now, like it was like, damn.
It didn't seem like that at the time though.
Right, but now it's like, damn, I really used to watch this shit, and this was like the highlight of my life.
Yes.
And now it looks like, damn, you recorded this on a flip phone.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I can't believe this is what I consider hard. But yeah, that and
it was baseball and boxing for us.
Really?
It wasn't.
Only boxing we did was Floyd.
Oh, word?
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, no, baseball and boxing, we watched everything. We watched everything boxing. That's why I am the way I am now.
Wow. That's crazy. And then I can faintly remember watching football. Not so. We always had a Super Bowl party. Always. My mom, I can't tell you I ever seen my mom sit down and watch a football game. But we made sure we always had a Super Bowl party.
Super Bowl party and a WrestleMania party?
Oh yeah. Only WrestleMania because it was right either the day before my birthday or the day after. As you look it up now, WrestleMania is always in April. April 2nd, my birthday is always... Bro, I was a big fan. I had the cages, the belts, the fig... Bro, I used to love that shit.
Me too. You had the figures?
Yeah. I had the Hell in a Cell, I had the Elimination Chamber, and the regular ring. That shit was... Favorite wrestler till this day, still Stone Cold.
Word?
Yeah, till this day.
Brock Lesnar was mine.
What?
Yeah.
How do we get along?
He beat everybody.
Why you stop watching wrestling?
Because I discovered MMA.
Really?
Yeah. Like I found out that it was... Well, okay, so this is what happened. I found out it was fake. And as y'all are well aware now, I find out shit late. Shit has to be spelled out for me. So I found out it was fake when I was like 10.
Uh-huh.
This is probably the same year that I found out that Santa Claus was, right?
Yeah.
So
that was the worst year of your life.
I lost all joy. So I found out it was fake. And then that same year, we were watching, or around that same time, I was watching Wrestling with My Grandma. And I don't know if you remember this, but UFC used to come on right after Raw. Do you remember that?
Nah.
So Raw would end, they would do the send-off on Raw, and then and UFC would come on. And I remember the intro used to be like always the highlights are people getting knocked out, right? So somebody would get knocked down, but every time they would get hit, their body would go like, it would turn into X-ray, and it would show wherever they got hit.
Wow, that's fire.
It was fire.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like the dude would fall, and then they would keep punching them. Like I said, I've been watching boxing my whole life. So I'm seeing them fall, and I'm like, how do you win this? Like, people not getting pinned? He just keep hitting them? Like, what's going on? But we would never watch it. And again, I was never in control of the remote. One day, my granny fell asleep right after Raw. She fell asleep on Raw, and she fell asleep with the remote in her hand. So I just watched a UFC fight.
Wow.
And I was sold. And this was around the same time that Chavo Guerrero and Eddie Guerrero, like, what was her name? Vicky Guerrero?
Yeah.
So she had taken over, and she was just annoying.
Annoying as fuck.
She was the most
annoying. Dating Edge, and yeah.
So I was ready to get up out of there anyway. I was only watching it because that's what everybody was doing in here. Once I got a taste of that UFC life, I was out of there.
Wow.
I was up out of there.
Yeah, for me, wrestling, I always did it like 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Bedtime. There's been times I could not finish wrestling. I had to be in bed. But yeah, bro, I kid you not, I used to sit at the top of the stairs and peek watching TV just so I can finish wrestling.
Wait, your mom watched it?
No, my older brother did.
Okay.
And he was watching us, and we had to be in bed before it ended.
He wouldn't let you watch it?
Nah, bro. So I used to peek at the top of the stairs, finish that shit, bro. That shit used to give me such an adrenaline rush. But I stopped watching wrestling when Undertaker lost his streak at WrestleMania.
So 2 years ago?
No, that was like 3, 4. But yeah.
That's when you stopped?
Yeah.
Bro, I've known you while you watch wrestling?
Bro, I used to love that shit.
When you say used to, you mean 3 years ago?
Nah, bro. It was more than 3 years.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. He lost his streak a while ago.
Did he?
Yeah. And after that, bro, fuck y'all.
He was 18-0 when I stopped watching.
Y'all got me fucked up.
Or 17-0 last time I heard about it.
Yeah, they had me fucked up with that shit. I'm still pissed off they ain't let him go undefeated, bro.
Yeah,
especially knowing his fate. Like, you couldn't just let me live this out.
Right.
But, yeah, fuck y'all.
Now, I remember, back to the nostalgia thing, one of my punishment, because we all watched it, everybody was into wrestling except for my sister. So, if I was acting up, my punishment would be that I wouldn't be allowed, like, you gotta go to bed, you can't finish SmackDown. Like, you gotta not see this. That was one of my punishments.
Yeah, that's so fucking cruel.
If I got in trouble on the day of a wrestling event, you can't watch the wrestling event.
Wow. So my mom didn't give a fuck about it. It was just something my brother put me onto it, and it was hooked. Like,
oh yeah, it was easy to get hooked.
They actually made some of the funnest games too. You ever did
SmackDown vs. Raw?
Yeah.
Or
SmackDown vs. Raw.
My first one, well, back in the day when it was WCW, like, those were crazy on Nintendo 64. Those were amazing games. But the new version is the reason that I had a PS2. Here Comes the Pain. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain with Brock Lesnar on the front.
So, was that Brock Lesnar?
It was Brock Lesnar. That was the one where...
I thought Goldberg was on one of them, was he?
Goldberg, that's later.
Is it?
Yeah, that's later. That's a few later. I'm talking about the first one of the new, like, wave of games was called SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. And it was the first one. It was the first wrestling game of all time where you could interact with the room. Like, you could throw somebody into the heater.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, you could put somebody in the limo and send them off. Yeah.
No, their games was really fucking fun. In the moment, you was able to create a character. Fell in love with that shit. I
didn't care about that.
Bro, I used to grind that out, bro. You know how niggas play 2K now?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that was my 2K. But then, it got up. What just popped in?
Oh, we're going to have to cut this out.
What?
I think we're going to have to cut this out.
What?
Oh, my God. I almost don't even want to say it. I never had anybody to play SmackDown versus Raw with me. This was back when, so Here Comes the Pain came out, played that when I was a real little kid. Later on, when SmackDown versus Raw first came out, I got that. And I never had anybody to play with, except for my little cousin. Would beat my little cousin. My older cousin would play with me sometimes, but not really. And it was always competitive. I always felt like I was good at the game. Until your dad came over one day and asked me what I was doing. And I was playing that game. And he was like, I beat you in this game. Da, da, da. He was talking mad shit. And I was like, bro, go ahead. Get the sticks. And he whooped my ass at that, like, relentlessly. And they got up and he was like, I told you got to get on the online.
Do you know what's so fucking crazy about that?
Huh.
Remember I told you my dad came back when I was like 18? Trying to get him off child support? So he wanted us to come over his house. Comes over there. He has a PlayStation 3, I think. And he has, when I tell you, like, a Bible of games. He was a true gamer.
Yeah.
Like, legit a gamer.
Yeah.
And it amazes me because that was the first time I ever felt like I was close to my dad.
Yeah, he beat my fucking ass.
Wow, that's crazy.
He beat my ass. He was the only he was the only adult that I've ever played that game with. He was that was the only dude who would play me in that game.
And wow, and then it's funny because when you said that online, that's what he used to tell me about when I went over there.
Oh, you got to get on the because he was telling me like I'm saying I'm good at this. I don't lose in this, but I only play the CPU.
Yeah. I
don't lose in this. He was like, I'll be online. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, like, it's not.
Wow.
And he got on there and destroyed.
No, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's really crazy. Again, this is nostalgia.
Yeah.
This is exactly what nostalgia is.
Yeah.
Just you talking about the SmackDown games got
right
me back
in the memory, like,
oh yeah.
This just happened. Yeah.
And we're connected here.
So,
like, that was your pop, bro.
Yeah.
This was at a time where he was not pulling up on you. He was not pulling up on you.
He was not playing the game with
I
you?
saw him regularly around it.
Nah. Not over here.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that is pretty nutty.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. I would have very sure remember that because I used to think like, why the fuck does this grown man have all these fucking games? And he was just a gamer.
He was a gamer, bro.
Yeah.
He was a gamer. No, that's really crazy.
Yeah,
that's really crazy. But that was those video games too. That's deep-seated nostalgia as well.
Yeah.
For me.
You know how I got into 2K? The Wii. 2K on the Wii is fun as fuck.
Man, the Wii is nostalgic in itself. Yeah.
Especially because I had a lot of siblings. Mm-hmm. We used to go at it. The Wii Sports Resort, fire. And Wii Sports, super fire.
I don't care about I don't want to play anything on Wii except for Wii Sports.
Really?
Don't talk to me about anything except for those
play?
4 games.
Basketball, baseball, they didn't have golf?
They didn't have basketball.
They did have basketball.
No.
Bro.
Wii Sports did not
have Wii Sports Resort. They had boxing. I was legendary in boxing. They had baseball. My brother used to beat my ass in fucking I used to hate the baseball. They had tennis. Tennis was fun.
Tennis is fun for everybody.
Yeah. What was the last one? Golf?
Bowling.
No, that's Wii
Golf
Sports.
And bowling.
No,
bro. Listen to me. Trust me. I don't. Before you Google, let me list. Before you Google, let me list them. This was my shit. This is all I care about. And I just bought a Wii in 2017 to make sure I could keep playing them. There's Wii Bowling, Wii Golf, Wii Boxing, Wii Baseball, and Wii Tennis. That's all that's on there. Bowling, boxing, tennis, baseball, and golf. That's it.
Wow. No, that's the new one. Hold on.
No, that's all there was on Wii Sports, bro. And that's all I ever need.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, that would bring back, bro.
Listen. I am unbelievably nice at the bowling. How many perfect games you got?
This all I'm gonna say. You know about the Secret Strike?
No.
You wasn't that nice. You know they have 100-pin bowling, right?
What?
They have 100-pin bowling on that. Yeah, they have 100-pin bowling. So they have a Secret Strike.
On Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort?
Do they have bowling on Resort? I don't know, but they have one where you put the rails up. It's either Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort.
That's not Wii Sports. And I didn't I had Sports Resort, but I didn't use it. I never played it. Every time I turned on Wii Sports, or every time I turned on my Wii Sports is all I'm playing. That's all I cared about.
Wii Sports is super fire, but I'm sure it had to be that.
It wasn't.
That's how I found out what a turkey was on bowling. Yeah, it was the flick of the wrist on that shit.
Oh yeah. I was dumb nice. I got 5 perfect games on there,
bro. They have the one whatever it is, whatever one they have a Secret Strike. You put you can put the guards up, the rails.
No.
Well, there's one you can put the rails up, and you ping pong it off. If you get the strike, you unlock an achievement. I mastered that shit. You see, niggas didn't even look. If they know about the Secret Strike, they was legit players. But my favorite one was boxing. I used to love that shit.
Because it was the only way you could win a fight, or?
Nah, because it was I knew the mechanics of the game. Mm-hmm. So all you had to do was do this, and they'll never be able to hit you. Mm-hmm. There, you're like, you swing,
wait,
counter.
Yep.
Matt was the nicest on that game, though. The Matt dude, brown guy, ball with the
goatee, bro. Look, nah, you just pissed me all the way on just by saying that.
The greatest athlete known to man, bro. For real. Like, there's no way. There's no way.
The greatest boxer of all time.
Bro, I have, the little cases that come with a Wii?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
I have ripped them bitches because of Matt. Like, he owed me some money because that nigga was legit at every sport.
He was too good. He was too good.
Oh, that shit used to make me furious, man.
Oh, and when them niggas got nice in tennis, it's impossible.
That shit really used to have niggas sweating in that shit. I haven't showered in 4 days.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That shit
Wii
was
Sports,
fun.
Wii Sports, and it was... I can't believe they stopped production of that. I can't believe they stopped production of the Wii. Because 100% I'm doing Wii Sports. Still to this day. It was something that you could do with your fam or Dolo.
Right. That shit was actually a great family game.
It was the
no
best.
No ifs or buts. Like, that shit was actually... And it's not something I got tired... Bro, they had Madden on there. They had 2K on it.
Bro, do you know how I know that it would be successful? In 2017, I was tracking down a Wii. I had to find a Wii, and I got one. Me and my family played Wii every single day for like 2 straight months until we moved.
Yeah, that's fire, bro.
We played Wii every single day. Because it's still just as fun. It didn't get less fun. And all we did was play Wii Sports.
Then you could create your character on that shit.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was really fire.
No,
bro.
it didn't get any worse either. Like, Wii is still that. And that's a very nostalgic thing for me because it just reminds me of, first, the wonder. First time I ever played a Wii, it was one of my uncle's drug dealer homies brought his Wii over. And I never wanted to leave. I was like, you need to let him move in.
Yeah. Wow. That just pops up in my head. I remember opening our Wii for Christmas. Like,
that's what's up.
Bro, I remember that. And what's so crazy about that, that was the first game system my mom, bought us. Yeah. So it was something so unexpected.
Oh, that's super memorable.
And yeah, so it's like, I remember jumping up and down and screaming like, wow, like, this was my PS5 that week. It was my PS5 now for kids. And it's crazy, like, the joy that shit, I could not believe it, bro.
Yeah, still to this day, too. Like, I guarantee you, if you fired up a Wii, it would be just as amazing.
Yeah. Wow. I used to, Fridays, a new game come out, I used to just take off school. My mom used to let me. That shit, wow. Call of Duty on the Wii was... Bro, the Wii was...
Call of Duty on the Wii was the first...
Bro.
That was the first time I ever played Call of Duty.
The Wii is... We might have to track one down again.
I got you.
What the fuck?
I have 2.
Don't play with me.
I'm dead ass.
Bro, do not play with me. What time GameStop close? No, that's fire. Yeah, we got... Nah, I have to... My daughter have to know what a Wii is.
Ooh,
she has to know.
That's fire.
And Wii is really the best family game you can get.
No question.
Like,
I can't believe they stopped making it.
It really don't make sense now that they stopped that. Now that you brought that, that's crazy. And as the Wii was like going out, like
the Kinect killed the Wii,
and niggas didn't even use that shit.
It was garbage.
Like, niggas took that back to GameStop, bro.
It was garbage.
Wow.
The Kinect killed the Wii.
Bro, I haven't heard somebody mention the Kinect in so long.
Right. And it was garbage.
That was the selling point of the Xbox.
Yep.
And then niggas, fuck this.
Yep.
Don't need this. Wow. Microsoft is the reason.
Man. And they've never gotten close to that again.
Wow.
Like, the Nintendo Switch just is not that. It's just not that.
The Wii didn't need to change.
It needed nothing.
Like, the wrist
I guess that's probably why they did. I guess that's probably why it...
yeah.
Because once you got one...
Yeah.
And it wasn't, like, problematic. They didn't break.
Like, for real. They didn't freeze up. Nothing. Wow. The charging
they needed to
dock,
make money.
bro.
They needed to make money.
No, that shit was super fire.
Yeah, no, that was the perfect game system. It was better than any other game system just because you didn't need updates to it. Right. Don't update anything. Don't change shit. Just put more. If they just put more sports on Wii Sports, that's all the updates that we ever need. Like just keep adding sports, and that's all we need.
Wow.
But I would like to talk about the actual effects of nostalgia. So for me, nostalgia makes it feel like those times were better than they were. Just because I now appreciate them. So those times were hard. Those times were harder than now in some ways, in a lot of ways. But I appreciate what they were so much more now than I did then. That whenever I think of those nostalgic times, it's just rosy. It's only good. I never think of them as like, oh man, it was tough back then, and also this was great. Nah, it was like when I look back, it's like, man, these great times.
Yeah, for me, I have like when I think about it, there's a better understanding for me.
Yeah,
like the example of getting that Wii for Christmas. To think back at how we lived, a game system would not have been on the Christmas list. Right. Not something we can afford. Mm-hmm. So for her to even be able to get that, it's like that was a superhero move right there. Mm-hmm. For a kid who had no worries, who was grateful for whatever he got. Mm-hmm. And it was like, that was just the icing on the cake. And now it's like, shit, I'd be worried about. I had no worries back then. Like, when it comes to nostalgia, it's like, damn, that was really a time to be alive. Like,
but I mean, I guess you did have worries if there were worries. You just don't see them that way now because they're not worries. Gotcha. Now, and you know that they're not important. Yeah. But back then, I'm sure there were things that were bothering you. Like school shit. Yeah. Sibling shit. Like not getting along with your mom or whatever. Like things were tough. You were figuring things out in as aggressive a way as possible. Like growing up as a poor kid, you learn things in a real aggressive way. Like the world is just introduced to you tough. Yeah. But when you look back, not only do you only think of the good times, but you also think of the times that weren't so good from a perspective where you know what the outcome was. Like the outcome of things not being so good is so great. I gained so much by not having then. I have so much appreciation for my now because of my past that my past looks great even though at the time it wasn't so much. And I think that's a bit... I like it. I like that I have the ability to look back and say that those times were great times. But I don't like that. I don't like that it undermines mine now.
Does it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it does for me too. But other moments, I know I'm living in future nostalgia.
Oh.
I know.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
Ooh.
I don't want to say undermine.
Oh. Hold on. No.
I want to give you an example on that, what I mean by that. I know you get me, but some people who listen might not get me. Like when I opened that Wii, bro, I knew this was going to be one of the greatest days of my life. Like I knew I would remember this for a long time. And now that I'm older, I'm doing things that I know I'm going to remember this for a long time. So I know I'm living moments of my life it has future nostalgia. I already know. And I can point out some spots like. So it opens my eyes when I think of nostalgia. Like my waking up every morning watching that Danny Phantom. My nostalgia for the future is like me watching football on Sundays. That's my nostalgia. Like for real, like that shit opened my eyes to see it now. So it's not really bad for me, only because I can see it. Like I know I'm still experiencing that. Like damn, like I'm really gonna remember this for a while.
Damn, that's actually fucking beautiful, man. That's beautiful. I definitely just teared up at that. That's beautiful. And I think that's why you stating the opposite side is exactly why nostalgia is a vice to me. It's because sitting in the nostalgia distracts from how good this is. I look at right now as good, but it's not what it was.
Yeah, because you're in the moment. And sometimes things are just better outside of the moment.
Damn, dude, that is
For real, bro. Like
finish your sentence. I'm sorry, bro.
Like some people think like nostalgia is like the end of a good time. And you're just not realizing the good time you're in now until you're out of it, bro. That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Yo, you better not make me cry on this episode. That's
bro,
fire.
For real, bro. That's all it is. And you just don't see it yet. That's it.
What's wild is we just finished The Office for the 4th time. And in the last episode, Andy Bernard says, I wish somebody could tell you that you were living in the good old days before you leave them.
Yeah.
And then he said, somebody should write a song about that. And before I had finished The Office, before I had ever seen The Office, that song came out. Where I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that one day these would be the good old... Bro, that shit, that line is like burned into my brain as one of the truest things, and it's so easy for me to accept that of the past, where it's like, man, I wasn't appreciative enough then. And don't get me wrong, man, I'm mad appreciative now, but I think
it's a comparison.
Facts.
Yeah, and it's hard to compare something. It's what is recency bias?
Yep.
And that's all it is. Like, what's the funny thing about nostalgia that people don't really think about is it always comes with time. Like, for real. Like, you can't have nostalgia from yesterday. Like, it's like you just, damn, I remember that. Yes, it just comes with a few years of you forgetting about it, not thinking about it, and then it comes back to you. It's like, damn, that was really the good days. Like, it just comes with time. And once time passed, that's when you can realize, like, damn, I was really living in the good days.
Or once you lose the ability to make whatever that thing is nostalgic.
Yeah.
So, like, the house that I grew up in got broken into all the fucking time. Most of my trauma comes from within that house or my granny's house. And still, those places, like, when we moved out, it was like, damn, like, I'll never be in this crib again.
Yeah. It wasn't so bad after all.
Yeah, like, I'll never have a home like that again. Like, that was home for my formative years. Like, that was the first thing I ever knew as home. So you're not going to have that again.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, there's definitely biases that control that nostalgia. And looking back, everything looking great is because of those biases.
Yeah, it's like, because I remember my early childhood home. Like, I stay like around the corner from it, so I'm not really far from it. Every time I drive through the neighborhood, it's like, damn, I have so many memories here.
Yep.
Like, to me, that shit was really more than a house. Like, that shit was everything. And then I moved to our next one, like, it's like, damn, so many great memories here. And then now, it's like, I got some heat at my house now. So it's like, I appreciate it. Like, so I'm not ever in the urge to move on, I should say. because like I know I'm enjoying it, but I'm just probably not thinking about enjoying it. That's what I think it is.
Can I tell you the last time I had a nostalgia attack?
When?
This was like 3 years ago, maybe four now. One of the homies, I wanted to chill with one of the homies, and I used to chill with this dude on a daily basis. This is like one of my homies for real. And I asked him where he stayed, and he said at the old house. And I couldn't believe it. Like, we grew up, and he lived at this place, like in this house.
Like, as in he's still there, or
he moved back there. So I have gone to see him multiple times since he had lived there.
Wow.
But he hits me up and says like, "Oh yeah, I'm back at the house on this street," and I'm like, "Bro, what?"
That's gonna open so many doors of memories.
I couldn't believe it, so I was like, "All right, I'll pull up over there." Bro, on my way over there. So when I was a kid, when we first moved to my childhood home, there was I think I could say the name of it. Like, I don't live over there now. There was an ice cream shop and a pizza shop connected. Pinky's Ice Cream and Pinky's Pizza. Now, it only stayed Pinky's Pizza for like 2 years when I moved over there. And then it turned into something else. And then it turned into 50 different things throughout my whole, because I lived over there that whole time.
Pinky's Ice Cream always been there.
Pinky's Ice Cream stayed, and Pinky's Pizza changed 50 times while I lived there. Through my adulthood, I moved out when I was 18, and it was one of the whatever. Mm-hmm. I go over there 4 years ago, and it's Pinky's Pizza, bro.
Wow.
So Pinky's Ice Cream and Pinky's Pizza is over there now.
That's crazy.
So when I went to pull up at this place, and think what I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm over here is because my dog stays at the house where he grew up again.
Wow.
So I go over, I'm on my way to this house where I have so many memories. And on the way there, I pass, and I'm like, Pinky's Pizza, are you serious?
Wow.
The even crazier thing is, when I got over there, we ended up living a day that was almost identical to the days we used to live.
Wow.
It made me, like, I was so surprised, bro. But it made me a little bit sad.
Why?
I was hoping that we had grown past our teenage years.
Is that a bad thing, though? That
it doesn't have to be.
Oh.
It just made me sad. I think my expectations ruined that.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was, bro, that, like, it was literally like a nostalgia attack. Like, I felt like...
Wow.
I felt like it was just, like, bombarding me with my childhood.
What year is it? Yeah, that's crazy.
I had to drive past my old house. It was wild.
Now, I have moments like that whenever I go to family's house, who I used to go to all the time as a kid, and they still got the childhood home. Yeah. So, like, I recently went to a funeral of my aunt, and she got the same house, and we used to have, like, our reunions over there, and the house used to be so big to me, and now that I'm older, it's like, dude, we used to have all these people here? Like, this is a one-person house, it feels like that shit, every time I go over there, it blows on. I have to say something every time. And it's just so wild.
Dang. Rest in peace, Fallen Queens, by the way.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, no, that was that. So do you make decisions based on nostalgia ever?
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
I do things for 8-year-old me sometimes. Things that...
Take that back. I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought you meant like moving forward to try to create a nostalgia.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then yes.
I do things for 8-year-old me sometimes.
Yeah.
I just asked my wife to buy me some tech decks.
Fire. Super fire.
Just young me, man. Like, just like the Wii a few years ago. Just, when I have the ability to just do that. Like, I could just buy a Wii and everything that goes with a Wii. easily. So why wouldn't I?
Yeah. So I did that. A game that's over 10 years old. I bought it for $60, bro. And then on top of that, I spent 60 on it buying map packs and all that. Just for like, it was considered the greatest game for me ever, Black Ops 2.
Mm.
And I bought that recently on my Xbox, $60, and bought everything you could possibly on the game, and it brought back like, damn, I really used to play this 10 hours a day. Like, this was my life.
That's how Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was for me.
Wow.
10 hours a day.
Mine was Vice City or Liberty City. Both of those two. So, but yeah, games, wow. I can go in all day, like the memories I have. It started off watching my older brother play games, and then seeing my cousin come over and they play each other in games. Then I'm old enough to start playing them in games, get my ass beat. Then my older cousin bring his little brother, so we got competition now. Then it started, okay, my brother let me play the game by myself now. And it just went on. Like, I just remember seeing the change over. It's crazy.
And just because I know that some of my family members are listening, I would be remiss not to bring it up since we on the video game topic. My uncle had a PS1, and we played Tekken, Street Fighter sometimes, and Pac-Man.
Wow.
I think I have to throw in Mortal Kombat, even though that wasn't super common. But when we played it, we played it. But Pac-Man and all of the Namco games, you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So all of those Namco games and Pac-Man and Tekken were, when the PS1 came on and it was in the living room, the whole family is playing these games. Everybody had their favorite character and all of that. Like, those were family times. So then, you know, as the game system got more advanced, those games stayed the same.
Yeah.
Like, we got the same game until Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance came out, and then that became like the number one that beat Tekken out.
So,
but it was always a family thing.
Fight Night.
Yeah, that was the family game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nobody wanted to see me.
Oh, yeah. That was.
I would have been disowned.
Oh, I just got that too last year. They
it did come out compatible. On Xbox.
Yeah, got that back.
It's not on PS, and I got it.
Oh, it's not?
PS, no.
But yeah, I got that back. But yeah, that was Fight Night. Definitely.
I love that there were games, though, that the whole family played.
Yeah.
The Wii was definitely the best at it, but before the Wii, it was just, you got to find a game that everybody cared about. And Tekken and Miss Pac-Man was the ones.
Yeah, for me, the Wii is what brought the family game. Like, before, it was just, again, watching my brother play Splinter Cell.
The Wii came before Fight Night?
No, but that's the game. Me and my brother used to play Fight Night.
Okay, yeah.
As a family, my sisters can play. Cousin was the Wii. Like, that was, we had enough controllers.
It was the top. That was
easily.
Definitely the top. I think still to this day, there's something missing in family gaming that the Wii just had. The Wii, like, I could play video games in my living room for hours, and my wife never get the urge
to want
to play at all.
Bro,
but
Just Dance on the Wii was even fire, bro. The Michael Jackson Experience was fire.
I didn't do none of that. I played, so we got 2K on the Wii, and we got Call of Duty, World at War.
Yeah.
And I beat World at War, but that was within, I don't know, like a month or two. Once you were done with, like, I always just wanted to get back to the Wii Sports.
Yeah.
The reason the Wii existed was Wii Sports.
And those are the two games that came with it. It was either Wii Sports or you got to choose.
It was Wii Sports.
Yeah.
You got to choose. No, you didn't. It came with Wii Sports.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't see why you don't fuck with Wii Sports Resort though.
I don't need it.
But there's more. They got the
I don't care. It had the darts on it and everything. I don't
archery.
care. I don't care. I don't
fire,
need that.
Bro. That shit was fire.
Do you know why I didn't play that? You know why I didn't care about that?
Why?
I'm trying to get 300. I'm trying to get a game of 300.
No, I have never seen niggas so competitive in bowling until Wii Sports.
I'm the nicest.
And I need you to understand, niggas is ass in real life in bowling.
Horrible.
But professionals. Who you think you
300.
are? I am. That was
Facts.
a full household right there,
facts.
bro.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah, look, that shit was legit legendary, bro. Like, they made a game system more than a game system, bro.
Yep.
They really did.
Yep.
And you know how some people drop a game system and there's like, this ain't all that, trial and error. The new one is the Wii was perfect.
Not just that. Not what you're saying, 100%. But not just that. Sometimes the console that comes out, only the young boys are going to care about it. Or the girls in the house are only going to like the one game. No, the Wii was great for everybody. Bro, my granny used to go out there and bust ass in boxing.
Yeah. That shit. Wow, man.
So I loved it. This was a great trip down memory lane. I think the biggest takeaway from this is your super wise words, man. Just, this is future nostalgia. I live in future nostalgia. That's beautiful, bro.
For real?
That's beautiful. I'm a big advocate for taking inventory of every great moment, but to know that these are going to be days that I wished for in the future, that means something to me.
So
I definitely move off of not having regrets and making sure you do things in a way where you minimize your likelihood for regrets. And that's a big deal. Just knowing that one day you're not going to have access to the things that you take for granted today.
yeah.
This is future nostalgia. I love that shit.
Yeah. And it takes away that pressure for you feeling to have to, not say live in the moment, but make that nostalgia, like make great memories. You take away that pressure. You're already living in it. You'll realize it.
That's
like,
beautiful.
Damn, man. Like I remember we were sitting here with my dog and we was going back in the day, like, and then you can't think about what you was going through that day, but this moment right here.
Right.
And that's the only thing that's going to matter in that future right here.
Right.
I'm telling you, man.
That's beautiful, bro. I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you too, bro.
And we appreciate y'all. We would love to know how nostalgia affects you and what it is that is nostalgic to you, and if you align with any of our nostalgia at all. I know that we have listeners that are older and younger than us, so I'm definitely curious to know the differences. So let us know at the Overly Opinionated Podcast on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter, and if you're a geezer, the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com. We are excited to continue this. This feels so good to me.
Yeah.
Just recording these and the things that we touch on. I'm loving this so far, and I appreciate y'all we both appreciate y'all for being with us here, man. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday.